Good evening, folks. Joe from Feel Like Craps. I do feel like craps tonight, and I hope you do too. We have our $1,000 bankroll over here, and we're going to play a simple 6/8 strategy. I happened to see this on one of Waylon's videos. Waylon Play Craps, now with Alicia. We're going to try to play it out at a lower roller level than he played it, but hopefully it will still make us some good money for our $1,000 bankroll and our monthly rollout series. So let's get started right away. $60 on the 6 and 8, and that's what we bet. It's that simple. The point doesn't matter. This marker down here is not a line bet. It's just something showing that we're not betting the line. So just a simple marker for that reason. And without further ado, let's get started. Direct your attention to the bottom right-hand side of the screen where you will see the stars of our show on the Nice Dice app. And here they come. Dice are out. Our first shooter's up. It's a 5. That doesn't help us. We are looking for a 6 or an 8 to get started. And there's a 9, a sister number to our previous roll. 3 craps. 1, 2, 3. No 6s or 8s so far. There's another 3 craps. See a horn, bet a horn, and a point hit, so it doesn't really matter. We need some inside loving. And there's a 9. The dice are loving 5s and 9s. Here they come. And a point hit. Shooters hit the point again. We're working everything. Not that it matters. And there's a 6, 2, 8. So that's going to be a $70 winner. I'm going to follow this as well as I remember it. Probably should have written it down. But now we get to pick the 5 or 9 or the 4 or 10, and we're going to stick with whatever we roll, so whatever we pick. So this $70 win, I'm going to put it on the 4. Now, we can pick the 4 or 10. I got the 8. I may as well stay on the same side. We'll stay on the same side. Dice are out. Here they come. And 5, 4, 9. Close, but no cigar. And a 4. We should have picked the 4. We'd have been $140 richer. 5, 3, 8. All right, there it is again. Now, once we get everything all set up, once a 6 or an 8 hit and we get a setup, that's a point hit, by the way, so that's going to send that off. Now, if we hit a 6 or 8 again, we take further collection on this back to the rack. Dice are out. Here they come. 3 craps. We just lost the line better some money. And there's a 4, 2, 6. So that will be a $70 winner, and that will go back to the rack. Dice are out. 6, 3, 9. Nina. Doesn't help, doesn't hurt. 5, 1 mixer. That's a point hit. We got a good shooter here for our first shooter of the day. You know what? We're going to take 35 and put an additional 35 on each. I'm going to press them up. Maybe the dice gods will bite. That's going to be another red, so we got $105 on each one. And again, we're working. Dice are out. That's a 2 craps, 1 spot, 1 dot. We just cost the field better some money. 5, 4, 9. Nina. Looking for a 6, 8, 4, or 10. There's a hard 6. So that'll be another $70 winner, and we'll rack it. Dice are out. Here they come. 5, 1 mixer. $70 winner. This one will press. That'll be 35 here and 35 here. looking for a 6, 8, 4, 10. And there's a 7, so that settles that. I'm not going to get to collect on anything. But we did manage to make enough money, I think, so that we're not hurting out of the gate here. If we had played the 5 and 9 version of this, we'd probably have been sitting pretty by now. Because that's all these dice have rolled, is 5s and 9s. Dice are out. Here they come. 2 craps. They don't like that. We're still working though. 3 craps. Horn. See a horn, bet a horn. There it is. 6, 2, 8. We'll get started right away. $70 winner. Put it on the 10. Here they come. 6, 4, 10. It's Big Ben, our best friend. That's a $70 4. That will be a $3 vig. So we will get $2 back for that nickel, and we'll get $140 for the payout. Be $140. Take it back to the rack jack, and we're going to take the money off the 10 because it got hit. So we're going to reduce. We're not going to take all the money off. We're going to leave 25 on it, just in case the dice gods decide to give us something else. But if we hit the 6 or 8 again, we'll do some pressing. Dice are out. 6, 4, 10. Big Ben, our best friend. That's $1 for 50. And we'll put 25 more on it. Why not? Take 25 back. And a 4, 3, 7. So, no, that is what it is. At least the 10 got hit a couple times, so we'll take it. All right. $70 on the 6, $70 on the 8. $60 rather on the 6 and 8. 70 is the payout. Dice are out. Here they come. 6, 5, yo, 11. Pay the line. 6, 5, yo, 11. Pay the line. 2, 1, 3. Take it back. 6, 2, 8. That's just great. That will be a $70 winner, and we'll pick the 4 this time. Dice are out. 6, 3, 9. Nina. No help. 6, 5. Yo, 11. 6 the hard way. $70. We'll put it on the 10. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. We'll collect that one. That's a $70 winner. Here they come. 5, 3. You know what? That was a point hit and then a reversal. So that's the new point. The new point is 8. Once again, we hit it twice. So this one we'll send out. We'll go 35 each. Pump these guys up 35 each. And this will be enough for another green chip. Actually, for the heck of it, we'll pretty it up even further. I do hope that that's not making noise on the audio. My apologies if it is. We'll color these guys up, dress them up and make them a little prettier. Dice are out. Here they come. 4, 1, 5. So close, but so far away. 5, 4, 9. We're rolling all around the numbers we need to roll. 5, 1. Mixer. That's an easy 6. We'll take the 70. Take it back to the rack. Dice are out. Here they come. 4-1 fever. 314. Hit it last. There we go. 105. It's a $5 vig. And it'll pay 210. 210 bucks. 2 for 1 true odds. And down she comes. Dice are out. Here they come. 3 craps. 1, 2, 3. If I'm in the DC, that's for me. 5-2. You're all through. Collect them up. The pit boss says grab the money. We're back to $60 on the 6, $60 on the 8. And that's our opening salvo. Dice are out. Here they come. 437 is going to cost us what? 60 and 60. Going to cost us 120. So here's 120 from our rack. We'll leave everything where it is. If these 7s get a little too slap happy, we're going to shut them off and wait for a point. Dice are out. Here they come. 325. We have a point. Here they come. 5 up. We're rolling 5s and 9s again, folks. 628. That's just great. $70 winner. Send it to the 10. Here they come. 628. Easy 8. This time we'll grab the 4 with our $70 win. Here they come. 3 craps. Doesn't help, doesn't hurt. 628, that's $70 for us. The next one we'll give a little bit of a pressing. Dice are out. Yo, 11, one less dot, but it got us a lot. That is a craps, 2 horn numbers in a row. One, that's the snake eyes, 1 spot and 1 dot. And a 5, 3, 8. We're just going to collect. I'm going to take 70 back. The next one will press. Dice are out. Here they come. 549. That's not one of our numbers. And 5-2. You're all through. So bye-bye to all of that. Strategy's still doing pretty good. Except we can't seem to roll 4s and 10s. We'll get set back up here. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8 right off the rip, working on the come out. That'll be a $70 winner. We'll send it down to the 4. The 4 hasn't rolled in a while. It's probably due. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8, point hit. Doesn't matter for our purposes, but we don't care. We're working every roll. Send this out to the 10. Dice are out. That's a 4 the hard way. Very good. $70. That'll be, once again, a $3 vig. So we'll get 2 back for that. And 70 will pay 140. That's too much. 140 is the payout, not 145. And the 10 comes down. We leave 25 on the 10, sorry. 25 gets left on the number that hits. All right, dice are out. Here we go. And that was a 4. It doesn't matter for the long. It doesn't matter because we're gonna 7 out anyway. So whatever. the dice gods give us with one roll and take us away with the next. Send it all back to the rack. I'm very sorry that the mic is hitting my chin here, and I don't know if it's making noise on the video or not. I hope it's not. I'm keeping this video. So that's how that goes. We got our everything up. We are working. Dice are out. New shooters coming out. And the hard way. Hey, where was that a roll ago? Dice are out. 4, 2, 6. Easy 6. $70 winner. We'll put it on the point. Here they come. And of course, the other number has to roll. Hard 4 to ballerina. And a 4, 2, 6. So now we're going to grab the other one. We'll grab it quick. There's $70. Dice are out. Here they come. We're all set up. And a 5, 2. You're all through, of course. Of course. The 4 and 10 have to roll when we don't have any money on them. And then we get all set up and everybody goes away. Puck goes off. Dice are out. New shooter's up. It's a 9. Nina. Dice are out. And a quick 0.7 out. But that'll cost us $120. I'm going to take it out of the rack. We're ready. New shooter, hopefully a little more productive. 3 craps, that's going to cost the line. 6, 2, 8. We'll get started right away. We'll send it out to the 10. Dice are out. Here they come. 3 craps again. 1, 2, 3. If I'm in the DC, that's for me. And 5, 2, 7. I'm not going to have much more of this, folks, and we're going to be done because we're behind. We're behind. Probably not the wisest choice to play this with the 4 and 10. We'll go up. Instead of that, we'll make it 120 on these guys because we may as well. We'll ladder up a full level. Dice are out. Here they come. 5, 4, 9s. Not a 6 or an 8. Here they come. That's a point hit. That's wonderful. Back on the 9 again. Here they come. 4, 2, 6. 120 will pay 140. And we'll send it to the 4. Dice are out. 4, 1, 5. Close but no cigar. 5, 1 mixer. That's 140. We'll send it to the 10. We got them locked and loaded. Dice are out. 2 craps. 1 spot, 1 dot. We want some outside loving. There it is. 3, 1, 4. 140 is 5, 6, $7 big. We're going to get 280. That's going to go back to the casino, and we're going to take everything but $25. I'm leaving that at base. We're going to take all of this back to the rack because we need to. Actually, you know what? It should be 50. If I'm at this level, I should stay at this level. Dice are out. Here they come. 5, 3, 8. That's going to be 140. We're going to rack that one. Dice are out. And that's going to be the end. I'm going to call the video on that because the sevens are coming way too fast. So, and we're going to walk out of this with profit. So, yep, best to know when to be satisfied. That's as simple as it is. I'm not going to give the dice gods a chance to take away profit. So, here we go. Here's 500. And another 500 for our $1,000 bankroll, and we got pretty decent profit. We made our daily paycheck. That is 100, I believe. Yep, that is 100. So, trade that in. That gets a black chip. We're going to color up, and we have $301 in profit. How about that? We'll do one with the 4 and 9, 5 and 9, just like Waylon did before. So we'll do that in the next video. But $301 is not bad using a 6 and 8 base bet, putting it out on the 4 and 10, and letting it do some work for us. So definitely a pretty decent strategy indeed. All right, we'll take our $300 profit, add it to our monthly profits. And hey, we got enough to color up to a purple chip there. We are up to $2,552. $25.52 in monthly profit so far for the month of February. All right, folks, next time we'll do one with the doing this same betting structure for the initial bet, but with the 5 and 9. See where it takes us. That'll do for now. Joe from Feel Like Craps here, folks. Remember, whenever we go to the casino, we should never bet with money that we cannot afford to lose. Until the next time, be well, stay safe, and as always, I hope every trip to that craps table sees those dice gods being forever and always in your favor.